You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Ian Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Revenge. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest revenge news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Revenge.
What's going on, AFTERBUZZ fans? You're with us for Revenge, episode 13, titled Commitment, in the studio with Gabrielle Loren, Katherine Tulich, yeah, got it right this time.
Thank you.
Kimlai Yingling, and Dorinda Barker.
Yes.
Yes, got everybody's first and last name down.
That's good.
That's commitment, baby.
It is.
Well, anyways, this episode is titled Commitment. I think that I want to go in a totally different direction here. Commitment, I could totally see, in my eyes, bringing a different side out on this. I feel like maybe Emily's having issues committing to her plot of revenge.
Oh, I could definitely with this episode
Right?
tonight,
Yes,
I could see that.
Definitely.
Because she's kind of questioning, well, maybe I should step back a little.
Yeah, I think she thinks she's going a little too far, actually.
Yeah.
Especially when the certain events happen tonight that we'll get into. I feel that she basically was like, okay, maybe this is not the way I want it to be.
Yeah,
Right.
but don't you think this happens a few times with Emily, and then we kind of like, then she kind of resolves back into what
she becomes committed again.
Yeah, you know what? That's
committed.
true.
So I think everybody, though, you're committed, and then it's like, and then it takes something to be reaffirmed for you to have that commitment again.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
easy to fall out of a commitment.
Yeah, well, I actually
I
think
that's a good point.
Yeah.
I actually think
that's
just this particular episode needed a lot of commitment to actually, as a viewer, to kind of
committed. Let me
we
tell you.
were committed because this was a really complex show, and you really had to listen to every line that was in tonight.
Who are you kidding? I'm committed to every show.
this took a lot of brain work to figure out exactly what
It
was going
did.
on.
Tonight, yes, definitely.
I was trying to, how many times did someone say, wait a second, what about, hold on.
Hang on.
When was that? At the very beginning.
Oh, I missed that. Oh,
That was like the first time
But
I feel like
it's-
that happened too, because I feel like we're all
Usually
really
it's
like
me.
in. Well, yeah, usually it's Kimlai.
me. It's like, what was that at the what? They say that at the beginning of every show. They do.
So funny.
So tonight I was like,
Tonight it
I
was
am
us,
taking.
too.
I know. I'm taking notes. I am taking notes tonight.
She was
Exactly.
committed. She was committed about taking the notes tonight. And she did
Yeah,
a great,
you
did a
needed
great
to.
job.
You know what? Also, I feel like Nolan sometimes has commitment issues to Emily, because I feel like he's committed to her by law, pretty much. Like the father, David Clarke, had this bond with him, so he feels like he needs to be there for Emily. But yet, I feel like he has points where she takes it too far, and he's like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. But then jumps right back in because he has to be committed.
Yeah, because I think he feels what you're saying. Exactly what you're saying.
You are so funny. Does anybody else feel like there's any other characters within the storyline that are committed to something or someone?
Well, I think there was a lot of issues of commitment tonight. I think, we saw Amanda and Jack. There's that storyline of who's committed to who, how much is Jack invested in that relationship. Obviously, I think the other, basically also with Daniel and with Emily, he's wanting to make a commitment. So I think commitment was a big theme tonight for a lot of the characters.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of commitment, Mr. Huntley, the lawyer, is committed to
Wow.
Emily.
You were so
Yes.
right on
Yes,
with that.
that was
I guessed
brilliant.
that, like, I honestly guessed that, I think, a few episodes ago.
You guys
a
were
few of us
talking
probably
about
did.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you after buzzers might remember we brought it up on the show where I remember specifically, like, we had brought up saying that, oh, Mr. Huntley is probably working with Emily. There's something going on. It doesn't seem like legitimate. He was right there, showed up with Victoria at lunch. Do you remember that episode where he went and he was like, oh, let me handle this. I got everything. Tell me about your finances.
Yeah.
I remember specifically.
Because we
like,
thought he could have been a bad guy, but we sort of realized that he.
By the way,
actually-
no one got my joke of I was trying to replay a show.
I heard
Gabrielle
that.
and I were looking at each other like, let's just keep
Remember
going.
that episode where he went and he was like, oh, let me handle this. I got everything.
So that's a bit of a timeline for you.
But wait, what lunch? What lunch?
Oh, this was.
I wasn't taking notes on that one.
Thought that was last year, right?
No, yeah, that was actually.
Oh.
When was that? That was a few
When he
episodes.
Yeah,
first-
last year, like
when
2
the
weeks ago.
2 or 3 episodes
When the
ago.
whole divorce issue first came
Yeah,
up.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
when, yeah. When the-
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
So they went to lunch to meet the lawyer and Victoria. They went to lunch, sitting at
Got
a
it.
table outside, and then remember he asked about her finances in the house when they had another
And she
meeting.
wanted he wanted to know everything, which was
Yeah.
kind of unusual for a lawyer.
Exactly.
to
We're like,
me.
why would the lawyer
Why
need to
would
know
he
about
need
your
to know
finances like that?
everything? Yes, it was a little sus.
yeah, it was confusing too.
Because remember, he was like, "Give me your bank account numbers."
Yeah.
It was like not normal. It was like
Wow.
a scam type of thing.
I'm
I
surprised
need to know
Victoria didn't
everything.
kind of
Yeah.
But talking about commitment, I mean, we realized he was committed to Emily Thorne, but he may not be. He's questioning that now.
well,
You
that's-
think?
You know,
Well, he kind of said, "I can't be a part of this if
'Cause
it's
of
going
the
well."
violence.
The violence.
Okay. It got
yes.
a little crazy.
Yeah, it got a little
did.
crazy.
So I would rethink it too.
Yeah, because he could get involved in a bad way. Because how does he know she's not going to turn against him? I mean, I don't think she will, but I mean, he did support her father, so that's why I may not think he's going to turn against her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's going to help her ruin somebody else, she might take him down too.
I
Yeah.
don't think he's going to turn against her.
Well, I think it's just like a lot of characters kind of challenge her and say, "Do you know what you're doing? Are you going too far?"
Yeah,
I
that's
think this
true.
was another point
that Asian
tonight.
sensei.
Yeah, like exactly. It's
And he
another
left.
point where she has to question:
in
Am I
China.
going too far? How am I affecting people?
Oh yeah, well that happened twice tonight with Nolan and with him, and both saying this is
Yes.
just getting too violent.
Yeah.
They both mentioned the violence, and they were both saying, "Is this really what you want? Is this really the road you want to go down?" So I thought that was interesting too. That two people who are helping her were saying that to her.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, what's the breaking point? Like, someone's dead. There's another guy in jail with mental problems. Like, there was a fire to Treadwell's house, so he lost everything. Like, what is the breaking point? What is going to be worse than what we've seen?
Someone dying.
I suspect there's going to
Someone
be
died
a lot
already.
more.
Well, we don't
Frank
know
died.
though yet. Who died?
Well, Frank
Well.
we know is dead.
Yeah,
because
Frank is dead.
Amanda
Oh.
killed him.
The detective.
Yeah.
Okay, him.
He's dead. So that was one
With a
death
tire iron.
early on. Yeah. And the woman, she almost died, but she's okay now. Which we haven't seen her in a really long time. Victoria's friend.
Oh, yeah,
the one that
because-
slept with her husband.
Lydia.
Yeah.
Lydia,
Lydia, like,
thank you.
what happened to her? Because she was.
Thank you, Phil.
Do you guys remember she was totally on to the whole Emily Amanda
Yeah.
thing? And then
Yeah.
what happened to her? She just hasn't been in an episode yet.
Did somebody
since.
move her? Did Conrad put her somewhere?
No, well,
Well,
yeah,
Victoria was looking after her.
yeah,
but
but
she
then she
left.
left
chef,
the
yeah.
house
Yeah.
because she knew that Victoria was like scheming against her, and the whole thing that happened in the apartment she knew was fishy.
Well,
Well,
it-
I thought because her evidence was kind of shattered because she thought she had the photo that proved that Emily was Amanda, and then of course it didn't prove it because the photo
Well,
was.
if,
Right, but I
if you
think-
guys remember, it was part and parcel with the Tyler saga, and as soon as he went off, to jail, she kind of withered away too. So it was all in keeping
Oh,
with
because
that.
she couldn't.
Okay.
They couldn't prove anything, or she wouldn't
Right.
be able to prove anything
Yeah.
anymore. Remember him being whatever sent off to the psych ward?
Oh, so she thought it was like him the whole time, pretty much.
know.
Well, we don't
But
really know.
that's
It's kind of left
interesting.
open.
That
I
But
is
I have a feeling
interesting.
some of these
Yeah.
people will be back.
Exactly.
I think
both
Lydia
of
will be
them
back.
will be.
Yeah, Tyler's going to be
forgot.
back.
Tyler, well, do you know that for sure?
No, I don't.
Oh,
but
it's
I
a
mean, come
prediction.
on, he's such a crazy character.
I was like, are you telling us
no,
something?
I don't. No, I don't know any secrets. It's just that, come on, they've got to bring him back. He's such
Do
a
they
wacky
tell you
character.
any secrets? Being that you,
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
being that you work for the Foreign Hollywood
I
Associated
don't know.
Press?
well, I'm just part of the Hollywood Foreign Press.
So
yeah.
do
But no,
they give
didn't-
you any spoilers?
No, I didn't get any spoilers. But
No, maybe in the future.
Maybe,
Or I don't know if I want to know them actually. You can tell them and I'll plug my ears and Bill can mute me for the time being. But yeah, so Huntley is working with Emily. I find it very surprising that he actually believed her father because it's one of like the few.
Yeah.
So far.
This is because this is a question.
Okay.
How does he believe the father? Like, is there evidence?
Well, those interviews, you never know. He could have seen them being he's the lawyer, a lawyer.
Were they friends back then? Because I mean, I don't think we really know the history.
Yeah,
of the
we don't
two
really
of
know
them.
the history, but the thing is, he is a lawyer, and I think he was going to work with David Clarke, but realized he couldn't do the appeal because
Emily even said,
Oh, yeah.
they
he
got to
didn't
you.
bring the daughter. He didn't want to bring the daughter in, so I
Yeah.
think he was the lawyer maybe for David Clarke
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
lawyer involved.
And then they got to him, and she
Yeah.
knew they got to him.
Yeah,
he
and it was
couldn't figure
David
out-
Clarke's choice not to do it because they were going to bring her in, and he was afraid of what would
Right.
happen to her.
But at the same time, it's like there's so many open areas where if this was a real story, I would be like, what about this? What about this? Like, just being the lawyer and the whole thing with the Charlotte being David Clarke's daughter. He probably knew this, I'm sure he knows. And not only that, but the reporter has it on tape. Like, this is huge. And if I was David Clarke, like right there, you have evidence, like reasonable doubt. Like it's so clear that
Reasonable
there's
doubt of
something
what?
something fishy's going on.
Well, I think
it's not all him. That's it's clear he's being framed a little.
Yeah, well,
okay.
my feeling is that people did actually believe him, like the author, but they
Yes.
got paid off.
Yes.
To
He did,
Yeah,
yes.
I think there were people that believed him, but the Graysons always got money.
But DNA evidence-
money always spoke louder than actually the truth. That's
DNA
my feeling.
evidence speaks louder than the truth, I feel. And if I was David Clarke, if you just bring that out and then test Charlotte, then you know that there's
Yeah,
something
but
fishy going on
it
because
was
she's
covered.
hiding
Yeah,
it.
and
Think
I
about
think he was
it.
protecting her too.
Yeah, but
You
I
know,
think
he loved her, and back
As
then,
a baby, though, it's like she wouldn't know, she'd be better off if she knew early on. Because either way, Victoria's the mother. It's not like they're going to rip her away from the mother.
Well, I don't think David Clarke
No,
was
but-
sure that she was the daughter. He just suspected, right? So I think he sort of said on tape that if you got a DNA,
Yeah.
but I don't think he was
she
100%
knew.
sure.
She's
knew.
the only
Victoria
one
knew.
because of that test.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
she slept with Conrad.
I don't even think she really even was positive it was David's until she got the DNA sample. Because did you see her face when the lawyer said
I think
that
her
Charlotte
face was out of "I've been
when she-
busted."
when she
No,
yeah
I
exactly
think she knew because
she had, she knew,
she knew because there was
named
this-
the baby after
Yeah.
David's grandmother.
Well, she was probably not sleeping with her husband
That's
at the
what
time.
we're assuming,
but
yes.
but you never know, or maybe it was just like once she slept with him.
Mm-hmm.
So she was clearly having an affair, sleeping with the other guy more. Was probably like, oh well, it's probably his. And didn't really think too much, but for a slight second, I feel like she thought maybe it could have been Mr. Grayson.
I don't think
she-
so. I think she
No,
definitely
I think
knew.
she definitely knew, and that's
Yeah.
why we had the scene tonight where she had the pregnancy test and she knew she was
Right.
pregnant.
Yeah,
And immediately she starts saying, let's sleep together. Well,
So
you
to
know,
frame
her
it on
husband.
the
Because then she
husband,
could
no.
cover-
wasn't sleeping with her
baby.
husband.
yeah,
Remember,
she
she
could
was
cover
having
the fact
affair.
that she was pregnant, that she could have been
But
pregnant
meanwhile,
with him.
at that point,
And-
he thought the relationship was good. So, do
Right.
you see him? He's like, "I love you." He
would
was so
love
much
nothing
friendlier.
more.
Yeah, I would love nothing more. Exactly.
Yeah, and I feel that he feels so scorned by everything.
He was,
He's
wow.
That is one bitter
bitter
man.
He was really mean tonight to his. Well, I mean, okay, it's not his
Well-
daughter, but effectively he raised her, and yet,
Yes.
wow,
But
he was so awful
I
to
was
her.
wondering, and I wrote this down too. I wondered if it were me,
yeah.
I think his reaction was completely normal for someone who, yes, he did raise her,
Yes.
but to find out that this little girl was the father is a man he so despised. He is put in jail. Didn't he get murdered?
Yeah, he
You
took-
know, and it's like, you.
No, he didn't despise him. He
result.
framed him.
Framed
They
him.
were working together, so he didn't despise him.
They
He just
needed a
used him because he
fall
was
guy.
easy.
Yeah, he was the fall guy.
They needed a
But
fall
It
guy.
was
I'm
more
wondering
like,
if-
this is shameful because we framed him, and now you're gonna look horrible.
Because that's his daughter. Yeah.
And I don't know. I might have reacted. Oh my gosh, that is so much to process. You know,
It's a
like.
lot.
It's a lot, but he was still awful. I mean, you still got to think that
But I think
Charlotte is
he'll
the
come
innocent
back.
victim
Yeah.
in this. I mean,
Yeah, she
to not sort of
is.
have enough compassion that it's really not her fault.
But if you
Well,
raised
not
a
yet,
daughter,
though. I mean, if someone gives you news like that, I mean, you're
It's a
going to be
shock.
shocked.
Yeah.
You've got to process that. You can't just instantly, oh, I'm going to act like nothing happened. You're
Right.
now looking at this person like,
you need to let it sink in. But
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I
That's
think
what he's
he
doing.
needs to do. But at the same time, like, if I was the father and this happened to me, think about it. He raised that girl since she was a baby.
Right.
It's like adopting a child. It's still pretty much your child. It's just
Yeah.
not biological.
No.
So he needs to like get a grip on it, and it's his wife's fault for committing adultery. But
well,
it's
I think
his
he'll
daughter
get
because
a
he
grip
raised
by
her.
the next episode.
But he raised her, so that's his
Yeah.
daughter.
Exactly.
But it's not only is it David Clarke's daughter, his wife had a baby with another man. It's like,
But he knows the truth. He knows it wasn't rape, and it's all his wife's fault. So
And she's been, what she did.
the emotions.
It just makes me so angry.
That's how
we
we
need
feel.
a kind of buzzer here. Buzzer.
there was a lot. There was a lot
So
in this
much.
show.
But when she let Daniel believe, not that she ever said it,
Yeah.
but let him believe what he thought about him being for David Clarke raping her.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Was
That's
disgusting,
awful.
yeah.
Just I
Pure
understand.
Victoria.
Yeah, no.
Ooh,
Thank you. That's a good one.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I don't even think she was originally going to say that, but I think since he kind of assumed it by how she was reacting, because she would just cry and
yeah.
say
She went with it.
she
Yeah,
went with it.
Of course.
Because she's like, oh, okay, I could play that
yes.
card.
And
Yeah,
he
I
was
think you're
cutting
right.
her, and she wasn't going to lose her son. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
let
think
him
you're
think
right,
that.
actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's gonna come out on top.
Yeah.
And that's why she was like, I don't want to talk about it, meaning I was raped.
As if her son is that blinded that he doesn't think his mother's
He
capable.
is. I don't think Daniel's very smart.
No, probably not.
I don't
He's
think he
very
is so
gullible
smart.
and
He's so
easily taken
gullible.
advantage
Yes.
of.
Poor guy.
Very
Absolutely.
naive.
Yeah, there we go. Gullible. He's naive, easily taken advantage
Which is
of.
pretty funny because his parents are pretty on it. Like the mother knows there's something fishy going. They're always
But
in
you
the
ha-
know.
You have to have
Yeah.
one.
But yeah.
I mean,
well,
someone-
Charlotte. I mean,
No, someone in the
yeah,
family.
you know, you're right because Charlotte's the one that's kind of onto it. Like, Dad looked at me like I was Mom for the first time. That's what she
She's
said.
a tough cookie.
So she sees, like she knows
I like
something's
her.
going on.
Well, she's got some
I do
different
too.
genetics going on now.
Yes.
Now we've just
Yeah.
found out.
Yeah.
She's got those smarts.
She's got the smarts.
She's got the Clark smarts.
The
But
Clark smarts.
that's good. But when you mix two Graysons, you don't come out too
No.
No, that's
Not
like
good.
when two ugly people have a really pretty baby.
Yeah, it's so true.
True story.
Has
Isn't that
anyone,
odd?
Like, I used to always say that when I was younger. I would always see like really ugly people with a gorgeous baby.
I know.
It's the funniest thing.
Okay.
But then you're blessed. You're blessed. But yeah, so Madeline in this whole situation, she's onto now Emily and the Amanda thing.
Yeah.
She's pretty much like, Amanda is not Amanda.
Man.
Who are you? Brings her to the house, has her eat something that she's allergic to.
Yes, I love that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what
It's
I
almost
would've
like
said?
the wicked witch with the apples.
You know what?
or
It's like
something,
everyone
right?
is trying to
That's
set up
her,
everyone.
yeah.
That was kind of the analogy,
Yeah.
right? With the red
I
strawberries.
thought it was
Whoa.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Wait, the analogy with the red strawberries, repeat this one more time.
You know, like the apple.
I thought you were allergic.
Forbidden. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be allergic to the creme fraiche. I thought something. You said, "Oh, and she's lactose intolerant."
Yeah, I was thinking that was the next thing she was going to be like, but I thought you were lactose intolerant too.
You know what? It's okay, you guys. That whole triangle, that Emily needs to get rid of Amanda, and then Victoria needs to get rid of Amanda, right? Because Victoria is now trying to get rid of Amanda. She thinks that she set the fire,
Yes.
and Emily is the one that set all this in motion, and then the tapes.
Okay, so let's break that
That
down.
was the house,
Yeah,
right before
exactly.
the house.
Pretty much what
The
the
triangle.
situation is what Kimlai's saying is
Crazy.
Emily blamed the fire well, Emily planted that the fire was Victoria.
Yes.
Okay.
She planted that seed in
Amanda's mind.
That Victoria was going to.
Meanwhile, Victoria thinks it was Amanda. And at the same time, Emily's planting the tapes from Treadwell, the interview with David Clarke, in Jack and Amanda's room. Okay.
And sending it to Conrad.
And sending one to Conrad that reveals the Charlotte baby being David Clarke's. But at the same time, Victoria hires one of Frank's, the dead detective's people, to come in and get the tapes back. Because she believes that Amanda's fishy and and Amanda's not Amanda. Gets the tapes. In the process, beats up Jack and doesn't beat up Amanda, but beats up Jack. Jack's hurt. And then brings the tape back to Victoria. But there's one tape hidden under the bed.
Yes. Didn't you guys see it though, you guys? When he was packing, the robber was packing up some tapes fell. Right. Even though it was dark, you could see it.
Another one of those moments.
But remember last week when we were trying to figure out when they said, when Nolan said, "You have Jack's blood on your hands," and we all thought
that's what that was.
We all thought she killed someone. Yeah, what happened?
And then tonight we were watching. It was like, oh.
Do you think she was really surprised that Jack was beat up, or do you think that she realized that this would probably be?
No, I think she's really. I thought she was really surprised about it. You know, I think she.
I don't think Nolan thought he'd be there.
I don't. Yeah, she was surprised. I don't think she thought anyone was going to get hurt.
But then she did use it to kind of get rid of Amanda by saying you're in danger. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Jack.
Yeah.
We better get out of town.
To get her out of
She is brainwashing her that this is a threat, so she needs to leave.
Yeah.
She found her way in.
Yes. She had to get rid of her. She is, as you say, a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Serious loose cannon.
Getting so annoying to me.
Yeah, loose cannon with her mouth, everything. But the thing is, it's because Emily. Sorry, Dorinda. I'll let you speak in a second. But
we're on a roll tonight. We're
all like so energetic. Can you hold that thought for 5 seconds?
Yeah, I can hold it.
So it's the whole fact that Emily, you know what? Just go because I'm forgetting.
No, keep doing it.
What did you want to say? You were about to say something.
Like how we were talking about how she got Amanda out of town. Yeah. I think even though she wanted her out of town that bad, I really think there was a glimmer of feeling that she had for her, like that closeness that they did have. I feel that she actually was upset. Yeah, I think she really was upset.
I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
Okay.
She was she was crying. Did you see her cry? She put her head down and then she looked up. Okay, and,
girl, she knew what she had to do.
It was so
the perfect actress cry.
She knew what she had to do.
I think she's been annoyed by the whole Amanda coming back thing. Like she got what she wanted out of her. She did not expect her to interfere and come back into town.
She wasn't supposed to be there.
And not only that, sleep with the guy that she really loves.
I know.
No, boy, that was in her craw.
I think she really had to pull it. I was going to pull it out of the bag. Is that the saying? She really had to pull everything out and get her out of there.
Yeah.
She did.
Because nothing she was doing, money, other passports, a flight to Paris, nothing would get her out.
Nothing, because she is enjoying the life she's living right now. This is the best thing that's come for her.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, she's like, I got a good guy who loves me. I got a roof over my head.
Bartending,
alcohol.
party scene. You know she's a wild girl. We saw her on top of the bar.
Kissing the other girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Wild card.
Oh, my God, yes. That's for sure. It's funny because at first the detective was in the bar before the whole knockdown scene happened. And I thought he was like this weird stalker and he was going to creep on her and something bad was going to happen to her. But no, it wound up being he was just, trying to get the tapes. But I think it's funny that he, Jack went in at the same point he was in there because I was thinking that, because what Emily's probably thinking is he's not going to get hurt because the detective's going to go in when he's not there and be,
no one
conceal
expected it. He got beat up so bad.
But it was just wrong place, wrong time, wrong place, everything, So
and
the guy even said,
my bookie prediction.
The guy even said, wait, what did he say again?
Which one?
Oh,
You're at the
This
wrong.
is not your business or something, or
He said this is
should've
not
listened.
about you,
Not about
or
you, and
this
you
doesn't
should've
involve
listened.
you.
Yes,
something
yes.
like
There you
that.
go.
and then when he's beating him up, he said, "You should have listened to me."
That's what it
the
was.
detective said
I
this
remember
to
hearing
Jack
that and was like, what?
in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So I wonder what Jack's next step is going to be. Like, what happened? Why was this guy in my room? What did he take? And then if he finds that interview tape, what's going to
Yes.
happen? Those are all things we can actually talk about
But
later, I think, in
okay,
predictions.
yes.
Well, I have some
But-
news and gossip
Yes.
about
You
Jack,
do?
but
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
please.
Please.
Wait, are
well,
we
no,
going
no,
into
I'm
that,
saving
or-
that. I'm
well,
just
wait.
teasing it. I'm just
really?
teasing.
Great. Okay.
So that means all you AfterBuzz
we have
listeners need to
predictions,
stay in. Yes, you need to stay tuned this entire time to find out what we are going to bring to you in the next few minutes, 30 minutes. But anyways, another topic tonight, Ashley and Nolan. So let's go into that. First, I want to talk about Ashley. I think she's always in the right place at the right time. First of all, she overhears
She is the best
everything.
eavesdropper ever.
Yes.
Oh man, she is the best fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Isn't she?
She
She
really
knows
is.
everything.
Her character annoys me.
I keep wondering if it's sort of something. I mean, she's kind of been on the fringes. Like she's going to
Whose
do
daughter
something
is she?
really. Is she going to do something really evil, or is there some real secret we're going to find out about her? She's kind of at the moment on the periphery, messing with everyone. She's very jealous of their lifestyle. She wants to be a part of it.
I know what the
wannabe.
secret's
Nice.
gonna be. The secret's gonna be that she's in love with Daniel. She's jealous of Emily.
Okay, that could be.
And I'm sorry,
Well,
did you
no,
not see the
we
way
know
she looked?
that.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
not see the way she looked at him and said, like, you picked a really lovely ring to him?
Yeah.
She was like, this is how she said it. Oh, wait, Daniel, like, as he's walking
Yeah.
out. Like, come on.
But what did she
What?
say? She said something. I didn't write it down. I thought I did. What did she say to him when she first saw the ring? She said something, and then he goes, "Well, I thought you liked her."
Really? Because
Yeah, he said, "Wow, now I'm so upset. I didn't write it down." I thought
was
I
this in the
did.
same scene that I'm talking about where
Yeah.
she said,
And
oh,
then
wait,
she said you picked a
Daniel."
lovely ring, like
but
to
she
kind
said-
of.
Oh yeah.
To
Oh, I
smooth
know
it
what
over.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Except
just
I don't
smooth
know
it
the
over.
exact line, but I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're bringing up right now.
But I wasn't sure whether she's just kind of so envious of the fact that, you know, now she's getting a marriage proposal from this rich guy and this is what she wants. Tyler's like turned out to be a complete nutter. So, I mean,
Well, I do feel too. She feels like, you know, I've worked so hard.
Yeah.
And so how come I'm not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But she was also having a little bit of regret about not keeping with her best friends.
Yeah.
Because
What do you mean by
she
that?
went against her. Because remember at the beginning, I mean, they were such good friends and they had a great time. And then she became so envious of her. And then she started doing Victoria's little dirty work.
yeah.
And she met
Oh, yeah.
Tyler. And then it's like,
I think she doesn't know
didn't
where,
like Emily.
getting back to
She's a
commitment.
lost soul.
I think getting back to the
That's for
commitment
sure.
theme, she has no idea
Who
who
is
to
she
commit
committed to?
to.
Yeah.
And she's kind of playing it all, not really getting anywhere because she doesn't really know. Should she commit to
Right.
Victoria? You know, I mean, who
because
should
that's
she?
a sinking ship.
Yes,
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
that's right.
You're right.
So I think she's all. I think the problem is she hasn't made a commitment, and she's all
Well,
kind of like.
Do you guys think
Yeah.
she expected Emily to get this far?
I think she is more jealous of Emily because she feels like Emily's not working for all of this.
yeah.
And she's getting
Guys,
everything that she's getting.
When she was such good friends with Emily, she wasn't with Daniel or the Graysons.
Yes.
So that's why she was able to maintain such a good friendship with her because it was separate. And then Emily kind of invaded. Emily came in and it's like, you are where I want to be. So you are probably, this is all clicking for me right now. You're probably right about her feelings for Daniel. Emily came in, stole the show.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
Because even, be honest,
I'm
like,
pointing so much tonight.
yeah, you know what? That could have been her goal. Her goal could have been to be with Daniel before Emily came in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I
she
can
did
see
want
that.
the money and she did
She
want the life.
She
So
wants
who
that
else?
life. She
Yeah.
wants that life
Yeah.
so bad. And,
Yeah.
There was nobody else there. Tyler wasn't in the
Yeah.
picture at the time.
And as long as Emily wasn't in the picture, it was fine.
and what about her talking about commitment?
Yeah.
The people she's committing to, she's picking. Her picker is broken.
Yes.
Because,
Exactly.
yeah, because the people she's
like that.
picking
Are the wrong
wrong
ones.
Yep.
she's just feeding information to the wrong people. Is that exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying? And she pretty much opened up the whole, you know, Charlotte being the daughter to
In the bar, right, with Nolan?
She let Nolan. Was it Nolan? No, she let It was. I think it was Nolan.
Yeah, because she was talking to
She
Nolan.
did
at the
tell
bar.
Nolan. And that's how Emily, I think, found out originally that it was the cat got out of the bag.
Oh yeah.
That it was, solid. That they know Charlotte is not. Because actually, did Emily even know at first until that came out? Until the
she
tape?
didn't know
She didn't know until the tape.
Yeah,
And
she
she
didn't
planted
know
the tape. She sent it.
Yeah.
But I don't think she knew the extent of what was going on. But like Ashley becomes the messenger because Ashley doesn't realize what's going on, and she opens her mouth and kind of gets caught in the middle. So Ashley doesn't know she's like feeding this information to the devil, pretty much.
Oh,
That's what she's doing. She's just feeding the information. She's like the little messenger that isn't getting paid, type of thing.
Obviously not.
At least not commissioned by Emily.
No,
She
not
has
at
no
all.
idea.
she has no idea who she's telling it to. She feels she's telling it to her friend. Little does she know.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, speaking of the jealous lifestyle, Daniel proposed to.
Well, before we move on, I just I have a quick message for Ashley because she feels like she deserves all these things and blah blah. So here's Clint Eastwood's take on that.
Deserves got nothing to do with it.
The
There you
what
go.
has nothing to do
Deserves
with
got-
it? That?
Sorry, I didn't have a chance to listen to it, but it's Clint Eastwood from Unforgiven saying, "Deserves got nothing to do with it."
Desserts.
Deserve.
Deserve has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
I got that.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well,
my
anyways,
goodness.
now you need to play the off-topic music because you just went off-topic, Phil.
Yes, you did.
For the first
Did you
time.
check your tweets? See if anyone tweeted it.
Let's do that. But Daniel proposes to Emily in this
Yep.
episode, okay? And they become engaged. First of all, let's talk about the whole proposal thing. I think that was a little, it was very symbolic, first of all. It was done where they first met, yet it's a huge storm outside.
Yeah, the storm. I think the storm was a
storm.
big theme tonight.
The darkness of when they're proposing.
Yeah.
And then the music, it was dark music.
The music was really
it was
over
like
the
the
top.
pounding. It
I
wasn't
think
like
that's the
romantic.
prelude to things to come.
Yeah, exactly. It's just dark, evil energy. It's not like, oh, this is so romantic. I felt like, ugh, that's the proposal. Like, I felt uncomfortable.
I felt like, ooh.
That was very
Telltale.
symbolic. That
It was
whole
a
scene.
little romantic.
No, it really wasn't because with the music and the whole
The rain
feeling
and the storm.
It's like
And the
a
musicians-
raging
the musicians
thunder.
taking
not
off.
romantic.
That part. The musicians packed up and left. Like that's not
The musicians
romantic.
getting off the Titanic, they
But
were
the
just like,
musicians, the band is always the last to leave.
I know,
So
what
why
happened?
They left?
It was just the man holding the umbrella
And
over
he knew they
himself.
were proposing. They just walked away.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then the security guard in the back with the umbrella by himself. I mean, it would have been
was a
hot
little
if they
odd.
were just if he threw the umbrella and was like, "Come here," and like grabbed her by the hair and like kissed her and was like, "I want to marry you," and like
Right,
whatever.
right.
But that didn't happen.
Right.
It wasn't like that. It was like Emily. It was like all very depressing.
And
I
then
don't know.
he had to yell because it was raining.
He had to yell because she couldn't hear because the rain. It was downpouring. Downpouring, dark, thundering, probably. And I don't even know. It was just very negative.
Definitely.
I felt like.
It's a prelude to what's to come. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
The music was dramatic and sorrow, so they did very good with that scene with being symbolic. I feel like.
Well, oh god.
No, you go ahead.
I wasn't sure where we were at with this, but I wanted to ask you guys
Yes.
what you thought of when Daniel was telling his dad about. I guess that's next, right?
Oh,
Does
he's
he go there
thinking-
next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
he's
want to go
thinking, oh
ahead of-
shoot. That's what he's thinking.
But it's like for a second when he had the tears and he was talking a little bit about his first time when he met
that you must have been
Mrs.
in love.
Grayson.
Yes.
It's like he seemed real for a second, but for you got a glimpse of him a little bit, and then he became. Well,
Yeah, but then what
there was
happens?
love
You-
at first,
Yes,
but then you end up cheating on each other, and then you guys
Have a
are
big
always
dark
angry,
secret.
and there's secrets, and that's how marriage ends up.
Well, the problem is he's
bitter.
He's thinking, oh shoot, the trust is going to him because he changed that to when he gets married.
Does
so
he
that
know
was the
Daniel
first
knew?
thought. What?
Did he know Daniel knew?
No, I don't think he
Daniel
does.
knew what?
Oh wait, no, he did tell
Yeah.
him you're only getting it when you're
If you
married,
get married.
or 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He did-
now he's
okay.
probably thinking, oh my God, I changed it for a reason, but now he's getting married. And then it was a
And
sentimental
he thought,
moment.
remember, Emily was not going to marry him.
Right.
He said that 2 episodes ago. I don't know how long ago.
But then it was a sentimental moment
It
when
was.
he
I think it was a
asked,
genuine sentimental moment where he was recalling the beginning of his
but
relationship.
that was
with
only
Victoria.
because Daniel brought it up, though.
Yeah.
Daniel said, well, this is how I feel like when you first met Mom. So then he was like, well, but he wouldn't have said, he wasn't even thinking about that. He
But
was like,
sometimes you need that other person to
right.
understand.
But I think he was like
gets-
forgetting about the money for a second and then like having, you know, a nice emotional moment. But I think in his first initial thoughts were like, oh my God. He's getting half the company.
Absolutely.
That's exactly. But you know what? If they get in trouble if the cat comes out of the bag about this whole thing, that the framing and everything that the Graysons did, I wonder if Daniel's going to be held responsible once he becomes, you know, 50% share owner of the company.
Was he even alive?
Is he still alive?
Was he 2? Was he 3? when
Doesn't
it
matter
happened?
though. But if he's responsible for that company, he could get in trouble as well. I feel like because he doesn't know.
Like the
but-
Madoffs,
yeah, it's like the Madoffs. Like he's involved, and I mean, by birth, it's not his fault. But I think he can probably maybe get in trouble as well.
Yeah, but I also think that when it happened, he was so young. I think he was like, what was it, 16 years ago or whatever? He was like probably 6 or 9 or something at the time. So they can't really say anything, but they could say, well, you're old enough to know now. I guess people could look at it like that.
And what, get like money from the company?
I don't know. I think
How would they hold?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
this is
I
so
don't
far.
either.
I think this is so far down the track at
that's
this
too
point.
much. Too much.
'cause,
Too much.
You know, we've still got. You know, I'm sure they're not ending it with this series. We got a lot more to go.
What about Victoria's reaction to
When they
the
walked
engage-
in?
Yeah, when they walked in and she saw the ring, and then we have some good news to tell you.
Dissed
And she's
Emily.
like, "Oh, so what's the good news?" After she saw the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
I like how the camera panned into her eyes, going.
They always do.
It's like she saw the ring.
Oh, she's great. That hidden emotion is amazing.
Even with this, going back to the strawberries, when she sat there and was talking to Amanda, it was so. Oh, she's so good.
Yeah.
She was testing.
Oh yeah.
But in that scene that you were just speaking of with the finding out that they were engaged, she literally like kissed Daniel and looked at her and looked at Emily and looked away, and that was it.
Every
and walked
daughter-in-law
away.
wants.
It was like the most cold reaction ever, and Emily was just like, "Huh, thanks," pretty much in her face.
That was a major diss.
it was a major diss.
huge.
She could have grabbed her hand.
She
or
congratulated Daniel for
know.
proposing, and
Loved her.
that was it.
that was a major.
Congratulations,
major
honey. We're
diss.
getting the money. That's pretty much what it was.
I bet you.
It
yeah.
wasn't anything else. It wasn't, oh, I'm so happy for you guys. You're a couple now. You're welcome to the family.
Too, I mean, even going back to the beginning of it, she goes, "Well, now you don't have to marry her."
Yeah.
And he, even though but you could tell in his eyes, he's still going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not about the money for him. I think he really
And she doesn't
truly
want to
loves
lose
him.
his approval, so she has to sort of feign some kind of approval of this marriage.
Right. Well, guys, we've rambled for 37 minutes. Let's go
Wow.
to commercial break.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after-shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about? AfterBuzz TV News.
Welcome back, After Buzzers. For the week of January 16, 2012, here is your news and gossip for Revenge. Phil, take it away.
All right, thank you, Gabby. Nick Weschler, who plays Jack Porter, he teased the darker side of Jack. It reads, the fake Amanda Clarke was not the only person to see a different side of Jack Porter at the conclusion of last week's Revenge. The Jack Porter that fans of this ABC series have come to know would not put on a black suit and whisk away his girlfriend to Atlantic City, so this might be a sign of a new direction for the typically upright bartender. He said, maybe. Down the road, we may see Jack doing things we didn't expect him to be doing. We'll see a darker side, and that was getting the ball rolling on it.
Nice.
Okay.
So there you
I'd
have
like
it.
to see
Because
that.
he went to Atlanta?
I think we need to see
Atlantic
that from him.
City.
Atlanta was the start of
Atlantic City.
that, yeah.
New Jersey.
Wait.
He was going to sort of. He was going to be
New
more
Jersey and Georgia, totally different states.
Whoa.
They
Okay,
put
I
the R
am
on
not
the eastern
geographically
seaboard.
inclined. Did I say Atlanta?
Yeah.
No. I meant Atlantic City. Really?
That's so funny. Well, that's actually interesting. I want to see a darker side to him, but that also makes me think pilot episode, hello.
But I don't get where they got that, though, just because he went to Atlantic City.
Because he's changing his ways.
He's trying to be a
opening
bit more
up.
spontaneous and wilder, right?
Yeah,
I
which
think that was
I
it.
would like to see him. He's a
Yeah.
That's good, though, right?
Yeah.
Could be good, could be bad, though. He could be influenced in the wrong way.
Well,
think about it. If
yeah.
he's easily influenced to do things that he doesn't normally do, hello, he could have totally shot, maybe. I'm not saying anything, but he could have shot Daniel.
Yeah.
Someone could have put him up to it. You never know. So he could be influenced and used
you're making my brain.
to do things that he might normally not want to do or do on his own.
Okay.
By the way, what happened to
his
his dog? I haven't seen the little dog.
Yeah, where
Has
is
he
the
done something
dog?
evil with the dog?
Yeah, where is the
Where is
dog?
the dog?
There's so many characters like gone missing. Lydia, the dog, Tyler.
Sammy's the dog's name. You got to call him by.
Where's Sammy?
We've never seen Sammy upstairs, like in the house area.
But he's just kind of.
And then he was
Yeah, but
in-
if you
he
love
was
your
coming
dog,
back.
the dog would be around. He's just kind of.
Listen, you
disappeared.
guys, the dog wasn't available to shoot. That's exactly what happened.
Okay.
The dog
He-
better
he had
not
too
have
many
died, 'cause
hours
that
on
dog
set.
is 80.
I know.
There are
We need the dog.
regulations.
That dog is
really
so
funny.
old.
He's a cutie, though.
Yeah.
Love Labradors. That's what he is, right?
Yeah.
Labrador Retriever. Probably.
So wait, if this thing happened 16 years ago,
What thing
it would have
happened
been
16
17,
years ago?
18. The dog is at least 18 years old.
Oh, yeah, he's an old dog.
I think I pushed,
Right?
I think I might have
Push
pushed
a
the
lot.
years
Yeah.
there. I think I might have pushed the years there.
He's probably sleeping somewhere in a corner.
Yeah.
He's old.
You just see him randomly running around
Getting his rest.
Okay, yeah.
at times.
what
You really
he's
don't see
doing.
him all the time. We're just noticing it.
I just sort of occurred to me. I haven't seen him. That just thought I'd put it in there.
Right.
Yeah, but you're
All right. Well.
All right. Well, anyways, we're gonna go
Okay.
into a special segment. Thanks, Mel. So
Well-
special set. What?
Whoa, whoa,
You
whoa,
have
whoa,
something
whoa,
else to
whoa.
say?
Well, I read.
Am I
I
rushing
read
this?
one news topic.
Right.
Oh yeah, you were.
Are you serious? I read one news item and that's all I
Well,
get.
Phil, you were very quiet on that side. You didn't say one thing after you read
No,
it.
because that was
Step
you guys.
up.
You guys were opinionating. You were
You can't get
You
a
already
word
joined
edgewise.
in. That's the
Okay,
point,
go, go, go
Phil.
with your
Oh
news.
my God! I was
This is
trying.
a group session. We all speak.
Here you go. You guys are muted. Thank you. So, as Charlotte Grayson, the actress who plays her, Krista Allen, is about to take center stage on Revenge, last week's episode concluded, after all, with the bombshell that the character is Emily Thorne's half-sister. But while the actress couldn't reveal much about what's to come in that regard, she did open up to TV Fanatic in a recent interview. She said, where's the actual quote? Including, wow, there's no quote. Hold on. I'm just going to continue reading. Read the excerpts from the actress, including her take on Charlotte's attraction to Declan and whether or not Revenge makes her yearn for a trip to the Hamptons. Charlotte and Declan come from such a different world. Why is she attracted to him? Charlotte is attracted to Declan for exactly that reason. He is an escape from everything she knows. As much as a poor person might be fascinated with Charlotte's sprawling manner and designer clothing and stable of Grayson's servants, she's fascinated with his lifestyles. He's independent, capable, knowledgeable, could probably take care of himself. So there you go. No quote, though, from her.
Are we unmuted? Thanks, Phil.
And there you go.
I can't believe you did that.
That's what again?
No,
what Phil
that's
has to
because of
do.
Gabby.
No, Phil has to do that because he doesn't like to talk when we're talking.
What was that news?
He
Just
doesn't like to
explaining-
join in.
Explaining Charlotte's attraction to Declan?
What?
Was that it?
It said exclusive, but then there was no real exclusive there. But
okay.
you know, I don't know.
They left out the quote. The quote would have been the exclusive, I guess.
But I totally see that. It's that whole, boy from the other side of the tracks.
Yeah. I think unstable is always attracted to stable.
Oh,
And unfortunately, stable is unattracted to unstable.
No, I think not even
But
attracted.
sometimes there's a draw. There's something.
Sometimes people are intimidated too.
But I think, like I said,
There
I think you've also got to remember now that she has, like I said, the different genetics running through her. So in a way, she might be a little more she's not as Grayson. No, she's not as Grayson. As the
but
rest.
David Clarke was living right next door,
Yeah,
so they're
yeah,
the
that
same.
is
living a pretty good life.
And she was
Yeah.
raised by Mr. Grayson.
And hey, trust
So
fund,
biology
where is she
doesn't
getting
really-
the money from? They
you
were
know,
rich.
it's like you learn your behaviors.
And he was
all
working
she's
for the
known.
Graysons.
But she might sort of have the
Okay, what?
chutzpah
Who?
that,
Huh?
Emily, that the real Amanda has. There might be that kind of fight there.
Well, she's a tough one.
Tough
so
one.
I think,
That's what I think, yeah.
she definitely, I think,
Pretty.
yeah. She's
Wait,
cute.
Madeline?
She's so pretty too. Charlotte.
Charlotte.
She reminds me
Charlotte,
of
yeah.
Madeline.
Yeah.
Well,
Charlotte
speaking
is
of
pretty-
Madeline,
Yes.
and I'm sure Catherine can help me out with this or discuss this more. Madeline Stowe, she got beat out at the Golden Globes
That's a
by
bummer.
Clark.
No, I voted for
I
her.
did not like
Secret's out.
Say it.
Secret's
Bring
out,
it to the
didn't work.
world.
Well,
But I think she was just thrilled to be nominated, right?
I know. She hasn't
was.
been
I mean,
around in a
yeah.
while.
that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I think she was. I mean, I think it's the first time her role's been recognised as at least a nomination. So I think she
did
was
she
still
look
pretty.
really good?
Yeah.
Just like she does on the show?
She's amazing.
She's
Right?
just flawless. Like that picture you
Flawless.
showed us.
Because she always had
she's
that
just
scar
so
on her
flawed.
lip.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you notice that? Her lip is a little.
Oh,
right here,
yeah, I
it's a
do.
little-
I think it's from surgery, to be honest. She got lip implants.
Oh.
But you guys,
Are
can you
you
not
kidding?
tell?
No.
Can you not tell?
But wouldn't she have a good enough doctor that you don't get
Exactly.
scars?
Wait,
You
is that what
you
happens?
do get scars regardless.
Is that what happens when you take them out?
No, they just go down. Like, were you talking about like?
Like, you know,
No,
that
she got,
lady on
like,
Beverly
lip
Hills Housewives?
injections.
Sort of big like that?
Oh, those are all.
Yeah, but the way everyone's looks different. But I'm telling you, like, and everyone's gonna whatever surgery you have, you're gonna get a scar. Just because you're a celebrity, usually they cover it up better.
Right. I thought maybe somehow when she was younger.
I mean, it could have been, but I'm telling you, her
You're
lips
right,
are
Bill.
not like they're not.
Yeah, but she spends a lot of time down
Natural.
in Haiti, so maybe she got beat up somewhere down there.
Yeah, but look at how thick they are. They're not natural looking.
up.
I don't know.
Stable, unstable. No, I'm just kidding.
No, well, she's got this kind of other life where she does all this charity and stuff. So maybe she goes
Yeah.
into these kind of
That's precious.
Yeah.
We're Hollywood.
knew?
We're in Hollywood,
Yeah.
people.
Exactly.
Show your.
We can think. We can hope for the best.
Oh,
But
yeah,
special
right.
segment, guys. Let's go into it.
Oh, I thought we were.
No, well, you guys were introducing the card, right? So
AfterBuzz
No, but
TV
you just
exclusive.
did.
no, you guys were going into it. So and he didn't play the music.
I just wanted to show. This is the Christmas card that I got sent by.
that is awesome.
Isn't this awesome? Picture of the lovely family, the Graysons.
Can you
and
see that?
inside, I don't know.
And there
can
should
you
be
see that?
that line running
There
through
you
that
go.
goes.
And inside it says,
Divided.
"This season, living well is the best revenge. Happy holidays from our family to yours, the Graysons."
Can you show the inside of the writing of that card? I just want to make a point. There's black and red writing. This is the theme of
Yeah.
No, this is the theme of like the revenge like title.
Yeah.
And if you guys notice the graphics going out of the show into commercial, it's like black water and then
Yeah.
the revenge.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's all black and red colors. And those are all like the negative like warning colors, which it's very symbolic. Everything they do in the show is symbolic, which I find it really interesting. I
Going
don't know
back
if
to
you
like
picked
the
up on
red
that.
strawberries, I thought.
Like the red strawberries.
Oh.
But do you notice there's like a reoccurring thing?
Oh yeah, and they're smart about it too, because they throw it in there, but we see it because we're looking for things.
Right, but-
I wonder if, I mean, I think it's smart because I don't think a lot of people are even looking at that.
They're probably not. And especially, being out here, a lot of us work in this industry, in the entertainment industry. We pick up on those things faster than the average viewer at home. So that's why it's even more interesting for our viewers at home to listen to us because we share in their perspectives, they share in ours, and we're all joining together to figure things out.
Nice.
Puzzle.
And the,
Nice.
Kind of
the
fun.
piece of the missing puzzle is what, Gabby?
and the piece of the missing puzzle is unknown. I have no idea.
It is to share more opinion and to get the full conclusion. You have to spread the word, fans. You got to get more people involved. It doesn't work otherwise.
Yes.
It really doesn't.
Yes. No, it doesn't.
Were we #1 on iTunes this past week? Where are we at?
We dropped a little bit. No, but that's because there was other shows that were doing. No. Think of it like
we would like to be number
tomorrow.
one again.
Tomorrow, you guys will go up because obviously we'll post a new episode. But
Yeah.
it's tough, like when there's that week in between, and there's all these new shows, and so that goes up because they're getting downloaded. But obviously, you guys are downloading. So, but yeah, let's see more.
But yeah, so definitely spread the word for AfterBuzz. I mean, we're here all the time. We do all your favorite shows. Tell your friends, your family, your dog, whoever, Sammy, whoever you want to tell,
You download it for free while you're, cleaning up the house. Listen to it. So easy.
There's so many ways to, every day. And my main thing is sitting in the car, traffic, in LA especially, or if you're in New York, wherever you are. If there's traffic or you're in the car for a while, put our podcast on. It will entertain you.
Because not only that, I don't feel lonely in the car. Most of you drive by yourselves, and it sucks. And you're like, oh, man, who do I talk to? Oh, wait, I can listen to my friends here
and
at
we're
AfterBuzz.
talking
There
to
you
you.
go.
And if you're out of the country and driving while we're like live streaming or whatever, and you're listening, like call us. Put us on your Bluetooth. We're willing to listen to anything you want to say. So that's my spiel on it.
That was amazing.
But yeah, spread the word. Do your thing. Anyways, guys, predictions.
Yay.
My favorite part.
Your
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So I'm really sad because we didn't get a trailer. We didn't get a teaser for the next
Wonder
episode.
why.
I know.
Yeah.
That concerns me.
We
a
kept
little.
rewinding and rewinding and rewinding.
I know.
Where is it?
Because we love our trailers.
I know.
We do.
do.
We do. How many times did we watch it last week? 3 times.
3 times.
It was so complicated.
It was.
But
without that, what predictions can we make for the next or upcoming episodes? Anybody? No.
we all went.
No.
At the
Are we
same time.
going
to have a
No,
wedding?
None of us want to.
Are we going to have
now
a wedding?
June.
She said,
which-
"How about a June wedding?"
And they're in summer, right? Or they're towards the end of summer. We're getting into,
Yeah.
which means
New York.
exactly. I think they're moving out of the Hamptons.
But
well, we've
the
talked
shooting
about that.
and the party happens on the beach.
Yeah, the party,
Which
happens-
is at the engagement party, which could be like, that's this summer, right? Could be this summer. Before the
Not to
wedding.
cut you guys off, but I'm just looking at the list of episodes, and they don't have any other. They don't have the next air date, which sucks. Usually they say next week they would have one.
That's
but
what we were worried about.
That's why there was no
They're
teaser.
stretching. I hate when the stations do that.
Yeah,
I know.
why?
Stretching.
Stretch it out.
So
Okay.
now we're going to have to wait.
You guys, I think Declan actually is going to find, because Jack's in bed, obviously. Declan is going to find the tape. I mean, it's right there
And it would
under
make
the
sense
bed.
if he finds
Or
it.
Sammy comes back and
And
finds
he's
it.
going to find out about Charlotte. Yes. Oh my gosh. He's going to find the tape, find out about Charlotte, go,
Good
oh
prediction.
my gosh.
So
Yeah.
Charlotte's going to find out. She'll have to find out who
Or
her
he
real
may be
father
scared
is.
to tell her.
She's not going to find out from her mom, I don't think.
No, not from her mother. But
She's
going to
find out in a harsh.
Oh, she's not.
Yeah.
She's keeping that
way.
one close.
I think
She's not.
I think Charlotte's gonna find out in like a public way, where it's gonna be publicly known that Charlotte is not the daughter of.
And do you think,
David
I mean, there was a
Grayson.
moment where, like earlier in the show, Emily said that, it doesn't matter that she's my half sister. But there was that moment, we had that scene tonight where Charlotte runs in distressed because her father.
I think she fights.
And there's that little thing in Emily that's like, maybe going, this is my sister. Do you think something?
Yeah, because she had I saw that tonight.
Yeah.
She had a lot of that, and I think with that was one of her stronger moments of like, oh. This,
So I think if Charlotte really gets into trouble, I think maybe Emily will be there. I don't know. I don't think
too,
she's going to turn her back on her.
No. I do
Yeah.
think she fights within herself.
Yeah.
To keep, gosh, when you have revenge on, like I know, when you have revenge, like she has revenge, it's like you have to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know, she's already gotten involved. She's sleeping with somebody. She's getting married. It's like, ugh.
But I think that scene today showed us that Charlotte is even looking to her as kind of a sister because she's marrying Daniel.
when she said,
and
"Oh, I
Charlotte's
was born as a
desperate for
sister."
some relationship. So
Right.
I have a feeling that, Emily's going to have to step up.
I might disagree with that because
Really?
I think Emily said something about Charlotte, not like him, or sorry, Emily said that it doesn't make a difference. She doesn't care about Charlotte in the episode.
Yeah, but that
but
was
I-
before.
She did mention that.
That was at the beginning.
It was in the beginning. Before
And then she hugged her.
Yeah, but
then she
she probably has
said-
some inkling, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna ruin her path of revenge. I think
no,
she's
I
still
still
gonna
think
go
she's
that.
on that
Maybe
path.
Charlotte will
Yeah.
help her.
I think Charlotte will side with her. That's my
Yeah.
prediction.
Oh, my
Charlotte and Emily
gosh.
work together because Charlotte hates her mother.
Yes.
Her mother's a
So
liar.
Charlotte will be an ally.
Oh, she's going to hate her mom even
and
more
her
now.
father's
Yes.
disowning her, so she owes nobody anything.
I think she'll be an ally.
Exactly.
And that's what it is.
And then what about Jack?
Jack?
He's gonna find out something, I think.
Well, Jack's
what's her
gonna
name
find
left?
out a lot.
Amanda.
I think he's gonna know a lot in coming episodes. He's gonna keep getting more details.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Whenever
Whenever we get more details.
whenever they come back.
But you guys,
Yes.
tell everybody and all your fans out there where we can find you.
Yay!
It's that time.
Okay. I'm Kimlai Yingling, and Twitter handle is @Kimlai Yingling, and also have a website called eatenasian.com.
It's great. I love it.
Yay! Dorinda looked at it! Yay!
Dorinda Barker. My Twitter handle is Lula Cherry Films, and you can find me on Facebook at Dorinda Barker.
I have nothing to add.
You're not on the
Lady.
internet.
Oh, yeah, you were telling us you didn't Twitter. We will
Okay.
be creating a Twitter
I will
for
be.
Catherine.
I'm sure she knows.
Send your comments to AfterBuzz TV's website for Catherine. But for
And
me,
Gabrielle.
yes. Twitter is Gabrielle_Loren, and my Facebook public page is Gabrielle Loren with the number 1. Thanks, guys, and hopefully we'll have another episode soon. Not too sure what's going on, but
Wow.
once there's a new episode, we'll be on the air, so we'll see you next time.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
We talked all the way through.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
Everyone forgot. Love it.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.